All right. I want to welcome everybody tonight. My name is Darren Moyer, and I'm going to be sharing with you what you need to know about Trunited. And as you see on the screen right here, it says, like no business on earth. Trunited, the most loyal shoppers on earth. And so tonight we're going to talk about what you need to know about Trunited. I was introduced to this just a little over 12 months ago and have absolutely been blown away. And I'm sure you've heard that before. You've probably been on other webinars, but I'm going to tell you what, I've been around this industry for 16 years. And not only have I been in the field sharing people about network marketing, direct sales, how to leverage time, but I've also been on the corporate side. And when I saw what was happening here, it was probably one of the most unique things I personally have ever seen. Where the story starts, though, this is probably one of the most important parts, is Dr. Nico. And so Dr. Nico is a gentleman that was the fifth of 8 kids that lived in a single wide trailer with his mom and dad and, needed dental work. And so you're probably thinking, I thought we were going to talk about what we need to know about Trunited. Well, this is what you need to know. You need to know where all of this came from, but most importantly, where it's going to take us. But Dr. Nico was actually working in a dental office just as a general laborer. And, as a young child, he remembered what it was like, needing dental work and couldn't afford it. And he was working for a dentist that actually gave him thousands of dollars worth of free dental work. And he mentioned to him that, hey, listen, I think I want to go to school to become a hygienist. And the dentist talked him into going to dental school. We'll get more into that story at another day. But what was important is while he was in dental school, he said, you know what? There's got to be a better way to offer dentistry. There's got to be a way that we can bring more value, to the patients, to people like you and I. He knew what it was like, the impact it made on his family. Imagine having 8 children and most of them needing dental work. Dental is not an inexpensive item. And so while he was in school, he had this vision of offering half-price dentistry. Most of these dental offices are open from 8 to 4, 8 to 5, 9 to 5. It's not convenient for the everyday working people like you and I. And so he said, my vision is to be open from 8 in the morning till 9 at night, 6 days a week. But have multiple dentists in each office offering half-price dentistry. And all this vision that he had, he shared it with his family, and they patted him on the back and said, you know what, that really sounds great, Nicholas. Stay in school, keep studying hard. And so he finished dental school and worked for a company for a couple of years, for 2 years, went out on his own, and he still had that passion, that drive, that purpose of offering half-price dentistry and bringing value. He shared his idea, and I want you to listen to this carefully. He shared this idea with 10 dentists, 10. 7 of them didn't get it. 3 of them says, you know what, that sounds pretty unique. And so that's when Reese's Dental and Braces was formed 6 years ago. Today, they have over 17 offices, over 52 doctors offering half-price dentistry, and totally disrupted the traditional dental office. That company was just valued in December of last year, 2017, at over $350 million because of a gentleman had a vision of offering half-price dental, wanting to bring value to families because of what he experienced as a child. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where Trunited, the purpose and the passion behind Trunited is that while Dr. Nico was in dental school, he met a gentleman by the name of Mike Popovich that was in direct sales. And so let's go to this next screen. The gentleman right here, the one that has the glasses on, that's Mike Popovich. While Dr. Nico was in school, he met Mike Popovich in a direct selling company. He was, as they said, he was a broke, dental student looking for a way, and he formed a relationship with this gentleman. Fast forward, Mike Popovich, the guy that's standing next to him, graduated from the Air Force Academy with an aeronautical engineering degree. So he's no dummy. He's a very smart individual. But as he finished up, his degree in aeronautical engineering and graduated from the Air Force Academy, he was going to med school. And that's when somebody introduced him to direct sales, to this company. He started working it 2 days a week, a couple hours a day. And after 2 years, has been financially independent for the last 18 years with one company. But he kept that relationship with Dr. Nico. And so as he was looking at bringing value, he said, you know what, the company I'm with, it has a broken model, just like what Dr. Nico said about the dental industry. So they got together and they started putting their heads together about this idea about bringing value to families. And Dr. Nico says, that's a great idea. And he went to the board, and that's where Trunited came from. But there's another gentleman right here on the other side of Dr. Nico, Carlos Salguero, who has been in the e-commerce industry for 20 years. He came from Ecuador to the United States to further his education, was one of the youngest ever managers at Hewlett-Packard. By accident, we'll get into that story later at another time, accidentally got into the e-commerce industry and has been $1 million seller on Amazon for many years now. So see, these gentlemen have already disrupted not only the dental industry, but Mike Popovich was with one company. He wants to disrupt how network marketing direct sales is taught, discovered. And then we have e-commerce. Carlos knows the broken model, the Amazon broken model today, about brands getting awareness, just like himself. So that's where Trunited was formed. So tonight I owe you two things. I owe you an opportunity. I'm going to share with you the value that I saw in Trunited a little over 12 months ago. And then I'm going to show you an example of how it's been working for me and others that I've shared it with in just the last few months. So let's go over here and take a look at Trunited. Let's jump over here. And what you'll see, this is our platform. And you probably recognize a lot of the names that are on here right now. See, here's the neat thing, ladies and gentlemen. These are things that we're already doing. When I was first introduced to this, a friend of mine called me and said, hey, I found a way we can get paid on the things that we're already doing. And I said, that sounds great. He started sharing with me. And, and again, I've been around this industry for 16 years. I thought, this sounds too good to be true. And so I started, getting into it and checking it out a little bit for a day or so. And then he came into town and we met in North Georgia. I live in Tennessee. He lives in Texas. He was coming through on some business. We met and I bought a Buffalo Wild Wings card. We got into our site, or we had this free profile that we could set up with Trunited, and we got in, we got a gift card, paid for our meal at Buffalo Wild Wings, and that was proof of concept that right then I saw that it worked, because there was 3 things I was looking for. Does the platform work? Is there a need? But most importantly, can people like you and I do it? And so I started seeing, that one of the shopping aisles, if that's what you want to call it, is gift cards. We're all familiar with gift cards. But have you ever got paid back for buying a gift card? How many gift cards do you give out during the year? And it's just a thing today. Whether you give them away for graduation, or someone's getting married, or somebody has a baby, or you give them away as a referral. These are things that we already do. Are you familiar with Starbucks and iTunes, Southwest, Home Depot, Buffalo Wild Wings? Do people actually visit these locations or use these services? Absolutely they do. So that's one of the shopping aisles. That's one of the very first things that caught my attention. Now, one of the next things that came out a little bit later was this Trunited travel with Priceline. And, now what if you could come in here, and this is an exclusive deal that we have with Priceline. And I'm sure you've heard that in other places, but I'm telling you, once you get on here and you see some of the pricing that's here, we've got an exclusive deal with them, but it has to be a member base exclusive deal. So this is kind of like Costco, except we don't charge. There's no charge to set up your profile here. As a matter of fact, I just booked some hotels in Denver. I live in Tennessee. We've got an event in Denver. I went on here, I clicked on it, and guess what? I'm going to stay at the same place where the event's going to be, going through our Trunited travel, and I'm going to earn some money back on things that we're already doing. And so, this was very unique. But see, not only that, There's other ways, and get back to the person that shared this with you, because you can share that link. Somebody else can get the savings and you can get paid back on their travel. Very unique. There was another piece of this right here in the center, Trunited tickets. Do you like to go to professional baseball games, basketball games, NASCAR, concerts? What if you could go on here and book a concert at somewhere that, that you want to go see? Bruno Mars. I know a friend of mine was coming into Nashville, Tennessee to watch Bruno Mars and ordered some tickets right here. But how many times, let me ask you this, how many times have you gone to book your tickets and then you told your friend, hey, you go over there to Ticketmaster or whoever and you book your tickets and I hope we get to sit together? No. You always book them together, then you divvy out the money. Well, now you can book them right here and get paid back. That was just another part of this. One of the parts that I really, really like, I've been self-employed for longer than I'd like to mention, over 20 years. And Trunited Notes, and I'm going to go over that here just in a little bit, I think is going to be one of the flagship products of Trunited. It is a really, really unique piece that we have here. There was another company out in our space that at their peak was doing over $100 million just with something like this right here, but it was hundreds of dollars monthly to be a part of it. And did I mention a little while ago that ours is no charge to have a profile, and you can jump in and just for a little as just a few dollars, use the Trunited Notes and make it personalized, and I'm going to share with you what that looks like. Another piece down here at the bottom, if you look down here, it says everyday retailers. Do any of these look familiar to you? Gap, Macy's, Hobby Lobby. You just keep Sears, Target, Walmart, Best Buy. See, these are places we already go to. But how many times have you shopped there, whether it's in the store or online, how many times have they sent you money back for making a purchase? See, Dr. Nico has found a way that we can track our purchases, and all this money that we spend goes into a profit pool, and you and I get to share in it. Now you say, well, how does that work? Well, see, that's part of the little secret sauce that Dr. Nico did with his Reese's Dental. His dentists are making 3 to 4 times the national average, working 3 days a week in an office that they don't own. But they participate in the profits of not just the office they work in, but all the offices. See, that's what Dr. Nico's doing for you and I. And this may sound too good to be true. Hey, I get it. I said the same thing. I've been a business owner. I've been in financial services. 2 plus 2 wasn't 4 on this one. It just did not make sense. And on top of that, I can get in here at no charge and go try it out and see what it's like. So, I got in and we started making some of these purchases. And I'm going to share with you in a few minutes what that looked like. But here's what I want you to understand. We're here to disrupt commerce. What is our mission at Trunited? It's to disrupt commerce by empowering its members on brand awareness and creating customer loyalty for local, regional, national, and global brands who share their profits with us. See, one of Dr. Nico's, or not one, but his biggest goal here is to be the most influential company worldwide. And you say, that sounds big. And I just explained to you a little while ago of what he's done in 6 years, went from 0 to 350 million. That's why I feel like we're positioned to achieve this mission, because it's things that we're already doing. Now, see here, this is where we're going to come in. This is probably one of the things I'm most excited about. You've seen, the Shark Tank and things like that on TV, where they come in and they have, these sharks have all this experience in media and advertising and all these connections, where they can come in and help a brand get exposure, and they get a percentage of the company and help these people launch. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing the same thing. Nico's giving us that platform, except we're not taking people's equity of their company. We're just asking for them to pay for, to give us a good percentage of the profits for us helping them create brand awareness, and they keep their company. But we get paid to go help them. And see, the cool part here, that once you get in here and you study this a little bit, is that the executives here don't take a salary. The only thing that's paid out in this company is for the distribution, the customer service, and the products. The rest of the monies are split between you and I. And you probably may be rolling your eyes right now going, I've heard this before. Sure. But I'm telling you, that's exactly what Dr. Nico is doing with us. And the reason why he can is because he's already created wealth. He wants to create not a plan B, but a better plan. They already understand what goes on in the e-commerce industry. And they are disrupting that just like they did the dental industry. They took away all the pain points, no pun intended, and brought a lot of value. They're bringing value to you and I. To be able to come in here and be in the e-commerce sector, go online and type in that you want to be in the e-commerce business and you want to be an Amazon seller. And there's gurus out here that they call themselves. They're going to charge you $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 to teach you how to be a guru on Amazon. You know, but here's what I want to share with you. Carlos Salguero's already done this, and he's sharing all this information with us and helping us set all this up. And all we have to do is go share with people about some of these brands that are already $1 million a month brands on Amazon, like Zao Nutrition, Puracy. Go to Amazon, look them up. There's thousands and thousands of authentic reviews. Why do I say authentic? Because they didn't get paid to buy it. You and I do. But those same products are coming here to Trunited, and they're sharing a huge portion of their profits with us because it makes sense to them. And we'll get into more of that later. But there's some great products that we have here. So again, I told you, I was going to share with you an opportunity. This is easy. This is easy. And I'm going to share with you what that's going to look like here in just a minute. These are some of the things that I've done in the last, this is just in the last month or so. I just pulled some of this off to show, what does my average month look like? I do a lot of purchases from the Vitamin Shop. I love to work out. I like to be healthy. And so these are places that I was already going to. If you look here, the Vitamin Shop, Barnes and Nobles, gift card. This is where I was traveling. Vitamin Shop. I bought a domain name. Gift card. See, we use gift cards, and see what happens here, ladies and gentlemen, that all this, what it does is just like, and you have to excuse me, I'm using a mouse, so it's my writing is a little bad. But what happens is every time that a purchase is made, see, we get points, and we'll get into more of this and help you understand it. But at the end of the day, what happens is that purchase that I made, I get 10.14 points. But what does that mean? That means $10 was put into the profit pool that you and I, and you may not even know me, but you and I both get to profit off of that right there. Barnes and Nobles, see, that money goes over here into the profit pool. That gift card, profit pool. All of this goes over here into the profit pool. All of my purchases, all of your purchases. Imagine when this goes global. Ladies and gentlemen, this don't even have to go global. They can stay right here in the United States, and this can be a $1 billion company. See, they've already proven these systems. They've just come together now, giving us opportunity. So we can go disrupt how commerce is being showed, taught, and bought. See, we're going from brick and mortar to click and order. This has been going on for a while now. And you've probably heard that term, brick and mortar to click and order. But now we get paid back on the profits of not just my purchases, but everybody that's in the company. I get to have a percentage of that based on how I share this. And so that was exciting to me because I'm not out here trying to sell. See, I share Trunited. I just share with people how I shop. I'm not selling Trunited. And see, some of these other companies, you have to sell a product. And how many times are you trying to sell a product that came underneath a rock in a dead sea of a country you've never heard of? And why it's a better product than others? And 9 times out of 10, it's just 10 times more expensive than another product. Not saying there's not some good products out there, but most of them are overpriced because they're trying to pay a compensation to you and I. See, Dr. Nico and them, these are the same prices. The Vitamin Shop didn't go up 10 times for us to get paid back. We just went on the shop, they tracked the order, and it went in here. And you and I get paid on that. Pretty cool deal. So I want to share with you a little bit about what that looked like. I'm going to share with you what the money looked like here in just a minute. Here's one of the flagship products that I think is going to really set Trunited on fire. And this is our notes. I mean, how many times have you gone in to buy a card, you know, for someone's anniversary or whatever, a birthday, somebody got sick, you know, and I'll tell you, I don't have it up here, but my grandmother's 93 years old. She fell last week, and I sent her a card, and I uploaded a picture, because right here you can upload a picture right here in the front of it where it says, you know, passion plus purpose. I uploaded a picture right here of she and I. And on the inside of it, I just said, you know, I hope I can be as strong as you one day, and your belief and what she's done, you know, just a little message in there. And I sent her, you know, and then I hit send. It goes to a company. They print it off in HD quality. They stuff it, stamp it, and mail it for me. And I got a call from her almost in tears about how she said that was just a very special, unbelievable card. Now, how many times does someone call you and say, hey, thank you for that generic Hallmark card you bought down at the pharmacy? Because, you know, most of the malls are closing down today, so those stores are going away. But these are special cards. And you know what that card cost me to upload something that was personal, HD quality? Less than $2, including the stamp. You know, see, I also use this in business. My wife is a real estate agent, and we put a house up here on the front of this and put a message in there saying, hey, thank you, ABC family, for you know, allowing me to help you sell your home or find the perfect home for you and your family. And then on the back of it, it has my wife's logo. You probably see it right down here, her real estate logo. It's on the back of it with her telephone number. Do you think they're going to throw that card away? No, because it's got a picture of their home. And what's on the back of that card that's going to be with them for a long time? Her information for $2, personalized. I think this is going to be huge. Now, again, let me show you a little bit about what this looks like. This was probably, this were people, you know, that, I don't know, I guess they find some humor in this, but this was back in April of last year, of 2017. When this was shared with us, I shared it with 4 people. And I went and got 8 points of something, you know, that was purchased. And here, and by, I think it was May the 3rd of 2017, I went to go see, hey, where did my points go? And at the end of the month, they look at the points and the money that came in, and that's when it's kind of like having shares in a company. I got to be careful using that term. It's like having shares in the company, and they, you know, they have a value. Well, guess what? Those 8 points, those 8 shares was worth $2.21 on something I was going to buy anyway. But I shared it with 4 people, and guess what? They purchased nothing, and guess what the company paid me? Nothing. But I got paid back on my own purchase of something that I was going to do anyway. And I'm going to tell you what, that $2.21 was enough to give me proof of concept where I could go share with my friends, my family, some people that I know, and say, hey, what if you were to come in here and shop at ABC where you're already shopping and you earn some money back? Because when they earn money back in their rewards, I don't get paid for what they buy. That money goes into a profit pool, but I get to match some of their points depending on what mine are. So what does that look like? This is where it gets interesting. So I was in the company just for 3 days when this happened. This was May right here, May of 2017. When I saw that $2.21, it was proof of concept. Shared it with 40 more people. I think out of that 40, it was 7 or 9 people really got involved and started doing something. I had 100 points on some things, personal points on things I was buying anyway. The company paid me back $31.62 on my own personal purchase. And out of that 7 to 9 people, they went and bought something. Don't know what they bought. Doesn't really matter. The company paid me $601.49 for purchases they made because I was able to match on some of their purchases, some of their points. And that may not make a whole lot of sense right now, but that's okay. Just know that it works. That's what I got excited about. So here was Dr. Nico's vision. is he wanted 1 million families, and I know you've heard this before with other companies. I want 1 million families making an extra $500 a month. Well, see, we did this not selling somebody something they didn't want. We did this on people buying things that they're going to use anyway. These are anyway purchases. This is not new money. This is old money, money that you're already spending. We're not trying to find money in your budget. You're already spending this money. But what if you could match on it by sharing with some others? This was the first full 30 days. So here's the thing. When I come and I share Trunited, I talk about I made $2.21. I was in the company 3 days. First month, there's $601. It's not $10,000, and I'm not driving a Lamborghini, but these are things that we're already doing. Places we're shopping at: Walmart, Vistaprint, Vitamin Shop, Barnes & Nobles, GoDaddy. And then buying some other things on our big rewards brands that are already $1 million a month sellers on Amazon. Puracy, Zal Nutrition. And see, guess what? Vitamin Shop sells Zal Nutrition. But why go there when I can get paid more through Trunited? It just makes sense. Now, let me fast forward here just another second. This is my second full month right here. Didn't share with any more people. It was still that same 7 or 9. Went and shared it with a few others. Got 213 points, personal points on stuff that I was buying and looking at. Got paid $60.27. Out of that 7 and 9, they started sharing with a few. Those points quadrupled, and guess what? So did the income. For months and months and months now, ladies and gentlemen, I've been paid thousands of dollars a month. And I'm not sharing that these are things that we're already doing. So my question to you is, where has this money been going if it's places you're already shopping at? These are not our brands. These are brands on Amazon. This is Walmart. These are gift cards. Who's been putting that money in their pocket? Oh, that's right. Jeff Bezos is what, the richest or the second richest guy in the world? Guess where that money's going? Well, see, Dr. Nico's already created wealth. Now he's just creating the perfect business for you and I, and we get to put those earnings, those profit, that profit back in our pocket. So when you go and you work hard and you buy the items that you need, guess what? You can capture some of that money back on things that we're already buying. When you go in there and you buy something, somebody asks you where you bought that and you share it with them, guess what? Now you really have an opportunity to get paid back because you created brand awareness for that company. So ladies and gentlemen, this is really it. It's really that simple. But here's where I just want to kind of dial it in for a minute. You saw and I want to go back here. My very first month, I had 110 points. Let me share with you what this looks like. What if in the next 2 to 5 years, not 2 days, not 2 months, in the next 2 to 5 years, what if you were to share this with 10 people and showed them to do exactly what I just did my first month? Okay? My first month, and it was, I didn't go out and I didn't buy everything under the sun. I just went and tried a few items. 100 points is easy to acquire. In the next 2 to 5 years, what if you could find 10 people and then help those 10 go share with 10? That's $2,000 a month. And what if those 10 went and shared with 10? That's $20,000 a month. My question is, do you think there's more than 1,000 people shopping on Amazon right now? You're probably laughing. Absolutely there is. And if you look down here, and now we get paid through 15 levels. Yes, this is network marketing. This is just showing 6 levels right here. That's $20 million a month. And now you say, yeah, okay, whatever. Do you think Jeff Bezos is making more than $20 million a month? People are shopping e-commerce. We create brand awareness. There will be people in Trunited making that kind of money. There's people inside of Amazon right now making that kind of money because they were in the very beginning and they created. See, Amazon was built on affiliate marketing also. That's basically what we're doing here. And I'm going to tell you, Dr. Nico shared with me that it's only going to take about 40 people to make this $1 billion company. There's more than 40 people on this call right now. Are you going to be one of them? It's only going to take 40 people to turn this into $1 billion company. Now, I'm also a realist. You know, I've been around financial services. I like averages. What is an average? An average is the best of the worst and the worst of the best. So in this company, in order for you to match on somebody else's points, you have to have a minimum of 30. If you just have 10 points, you're going to get paid back on whatever you buy. This is getting ready to enhance here in just a couple weeks, and Dr. Nico's making this even easier for you and I to earn money. So I've been around here a little over 12, almost 15 months, and all he does is keep making this easier and easier. And so what I did is I took 30 points, is where the first level you got to have in order to be able to match somebody else's. The level of excellence in Trunited is 100 plus points. So I just took 100 plus 30, added them together, divided by 2, and I got 65 points. What if you showed this to one person for the next 12 months? And I'm talking in a perfect world. In the next 12 months, you shared it with one person a month and taught them to do the same thing. At the end of 12 months, that's 4,096 people. If they had 65 points, that's 266,240 points times 23 cents is what we've been seeing for the last few months. That's $61,000 a month. That's that may be more than what somebody on here makes a year. That's okay. It's going to happen. What if it's half that good? What if it's half that good? What if it's just 10% that good? What if it's just $6,000 a month? That's $70,000 a year by doing things that we're already doing. Do you think there's more than 4,000 people shopping on Amazon? There's millions shopping on Amazon. Ladies and gentlemen, what if you just had 4,000 people in this diagram right here? Would that be life-changing for you? What if you just had 500? Do the math. Just find out how much you want to make, how much that it would, if you just want to make a couple extra $100 or a couple thousand, reverse engineer this and find out what it's going to take in the next 2 to 5 years for you to be able to have that. That's what I did. Well, listen, we ran a little over. I appreciate you being on here. If you want to stick around, we're going to get right into how to share Trunited, and I'm going to kind of peel it back a little bit and share with you what we've been doing. So thank you for joining us tonight. And get back to the person that referred this to you and just say, hey, I want to get my free profile. And I want to get started to see what it's like just to earn some money back on things I'm already doing. Appreciate you guys joining us tonight. I'll be back here in just a second.